Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button. Even as we're hoping against hope that we're right and somehow bold and beautiful Doc Finn will be able to come up with a surprise cure for Eric, the soap, and even the character are bracing us for the worst. On Friday, December 1, the Forrester patriarch decides to throw a party to honor his legacy and his final collection. Sure sounds like goodbye to us. United they stand. As word of Eric's condition has spread among his loved ones, countless tears have been shed, and even the occasional miracle has occurred. When have Brooke and Steffi ever gotten along this well? But through it all, the writing on the wall has remained constant. Its message: Eric Forrester is going to die. On one hand, the prospect is unthinkable. Emmy winner John McCook is a bold and beautiful OG, as adored by his colleagues as he is by fans, and Eric remains a force to be reckoned with. Just ask Ridge, who dared to go up against Dad in that big fashion showdown. On the other hand, McCook could be considering retiring a la former leading lady Susan Flannery, ex-Stephanie, and if the show could go on without her, it could go on without anybody and night to remember. If Eric really does pass away, it would be very bold and beautiful for him to do so at his extravaganza. Imagine everyone dressed to the nines, clinking glasses to his talent and to the company he co-founded. Come midnight, perhaps it will all go down on New Year's Eve. Eric excuses himself, goes upstairs and quietly slips away. At Il Giardino, Hope greets Deacon, who thanks her for coming. She wants to know what this is all about. Deacon tells her he missed her on Thanksgiving. Hope is sure he understands why she kept her distance. She doesn't want to be around Sheila, which means she doesn't get to be around her dad. In the design office, RJ, Brooke, and Ridge discuss how wonderful the Forrester Thanksgiving was, though Brooke notes it was hard to enjoy it. Ridge recaps that his dad is slipping away and they have to pretend everything is fine. RJ complains that Granddad is dying and they have to pretend it's no big deal. Ridge and Brooke remind him that he was there for his grandfather. It means a lot to him. In the main office, Katie and Donna fawn over Eric, who is sitting behind his desk. They love seeing him like this, just as they love seeing him at the head of the table at Thanksgiving. Eric muses that he's thankful that he gets to get up every morning and create beauty for the world to see. What could be better than that? Eric declares he wants to do a PR campaign for the new collection that's the biggest thing the fashion industry has ever seen. Donna has to help him up from his desk, and he coughs and grimaces as he talks. He tells the concerned sisters that the world thinks he's at the top of his game. He doesn't want that to change. At Il Giardino, Deacon doesn't want to dwell on Sheila. He called Hope there because he heard she's still seeing Thomas. Is it true? Hope asks why he cares. Deacon says he's a protective father and he doesn't think the guy's right for him. Hope asks, "Are you being serious right now?" She's really getting dating advice from the man dating Sheila. More. Annika Noel shares gratitude over Hope. Deacon is concerned about Hope dating Thomas. She can't have forgotten all the crazy things he's done. Hope snarls, "You want to talk about crazy? Thomas is a saint compared to Sheila Carter." She informs her father that Thomas has changed and is loving and caring toward her, and he doesn't have conflicted feelings like Liam. Deacon doesn't want to fight with her. Hope doesn't want to fight with him either, but she's disappointed in him for even entertaining the idea of seeing Sheila Carter and risking everything he fought to build. "I'm hurt because you're choosing her over me." In the main office, Donna and Katie try to convince Eric to visit the doctor, but he wants to spend his final days creating. Donna won't push. The last thing he needs is her nagging. Eric doesn't want dying to consume his life. It gives him peace, especially if this is his last collection. Donna doesn't want to think about the end, but Eric vows he'll approach it as he has everything else in his life. The designs are pouring out of him. "If this is my last collection, this is what I have to do." More. Preview. Eric makes Donna a promise. In the design office, Brooke tells RJ she and Ridge are worried about Eric, but they're worried about him too. RJ asks them not to be. He'll work day and night to help his granddad with the collection. Ridge worries about his son seeing Eric grow weaker every day. RJ argues that he needs to do this. He needs to know he did everything he could before his grandfather passes on. They agree he'll never know that he lost the fashion challenge. Ridge declares that the seat that he's in, he earned a long time ago. RJ muses that he's just trying to keep up with Eric. Katie comes in and tells Ridge that his dad is so proud. Letting him win the fashion challenge was the best thing he could have done for him. Ridge feels there must be something they can do to keep him around. He can't imagine that place without him. I don't know how to do this. At Il Giardino, Deacon denies he's chosen Sheila over Hope. He could never do that. Hope points out that he's made her more a part of his life than she is. Deacon hollers that there's a disconnect here. She's asking him to accept that Thomas has changed, so why can't she accept his intuition that Sheila has changed too? Hope argues their circumstances are not similar. Sheila is actually dangerous. Deacon complains he hasn't seen the grandkids in ages. Hope informs him that as long as he's involved with Sheila Carter, there are consequences to your actions. She chokes up and explains she doesn't know if she can trust him. As long as Sheila Carter is a part of your life, you don't get to have access to mine. Hope doesn't know how Sheila managed to manipulate Deacon of all people, but he needs to wake up because she won't allow her or anyone close to her around her or her children. People who are missing the empathy part of her brain cannot change. Deacon argues, but Thomas can. I changed. Hope insists Sheila is in a league of her own. She points out what he's done with the restaurant and how close he's become to the grandkids. You should understand why this decision is so hurtful. It just feels like you're choosing you, yet again. I don't want to lose you. I never wanted to lose you, Dad. But now once again, you're not even considering family or the impact that it might have on your daughter or grandkids. So, I don't want this to happen, but it will happen if you don't cut Sheila Carter out of your life for good. In the design office, Brooke and Katie discuss the situation with Eric, who doesn't have a lot of time. Katie says he was coughing up blood earlier. Brooke feels he should be in the hospital. Katie says it's his choice to make. She knows what it's like to face your own mortality. Eric is doing what he loves. It's inspiring and heartbreaking. Brooke wishes she could get through to him. We need to be able to tell them the truth that we know. That way they can love and support him the way he needs until the end. In the main office, Ridge admires Eric's design, telling him it's breathtaking. Eric credits RJ for giving him a lot of help. Ridge finds the whole collection amazing, and he knows his dad wants to do it alone, but he'd like to help as well, to repay him for everything he's done as a father and a mentor. I want to work with you one last time. What do you say? Next on The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn decides to look at Eric's case, and Brooke and Katie debate over Eric's illness before reaching a pact. Updated, new pics added to Bold and Beautiful's gorgeous 2023 cast photos in the gallery below.